running out of words for these fantastic victories?
Well, it comes at a cost all the time, you know. We're at our limit at the minute, but we're somehow finding a way to win games, you know. 2-1 nils over Easter, 6 points over Easter, and we've been at our limit. I mean, to be fair, they had the luxury of probably taking this game slightly more seriously than they did the Hull game. They rested, you know, all the big players for this game, so you know they come into it far fresher than we do. But ours just give us everything and somehow find a way to get a win.
1 foot in the playoffs, pretty much. I mean, I'm looking at other results. I mean, it's a huge Easter for you.
Look, if I was other teams, I'd be thinking something different about Luton Town. But when you're the manager of Luton Town and the stakes are so high, you don't allow yourself that luxury to consider anything. You know, we need probably 4 points to guarantee everything. So let's see.
A beautifully taken goal as well, and at just the right time.
Oh well, any time is a good gun if you can keep a clean sheet. Then any time's a good chance. But it was. And I thought we were a lot better second half. First half we were passive. You know, we allowed them to probably move the ball more than they did. But look, we've had a massive game on Friday. You know, against possibly one of the toughest opponents you can come up against in the Championship at the minute. And we won that game. And then to come and travel down here. And as you said, they had the luxury of resting a lot of players for this game. Whether this game's more important to them, I don't know. You know, but you know they were far fresher than us. But we just somehow found a way.
Just a quick word on Harry Cornick. Perhaps not at his absolute best of late, but that was a great header.
Well, the weird thing is, I pulled him yesterday and said, "Look, how do we get the best out of it?" Because he's a fantastic. You know, he's been fantastic for us. But it's about, you know, he toils, he works so hard. He's massive shifts in terms of everything he does. But he didn't get near anyone the other day, so we decided to go a different way and said, look, we'll let someone else toil and then you come on and then hopefully you get the benefit. And he did, and it worked out well. Look, it was a tough game, it was real small margins in the game, but look, we just got the win and that's fantastic. And I'm pleased for Harry because he's a tireless worker and he's unselfish in everything he does.
Let's deal with the injuries then, in order. James Bree.
It's an absolute diabolical challenge. How the linesman didn't do, and I've had to go to the linesman because they got one job to do, and all he's got to do is 8-9 yards away to see that he's crossed it and he's absolutely gone through him, right? And the linesman standing there, but they're keen to do, you know, can you get out of my way? Can you do all this? Just do your job, and that's a diabolical challenge, and we've suffered for it.
Bad one, or?
Well, it could be, but it's a diabolical challenge, and for me, you know, the boy hasn't meant to do it. He's caught him really late after he's crossed it, and they're the worst ones. I was a fullback, I was an attacking fullback that did that, and I know how bad they can be, but linesman's just got to do his job there.
James Shea, you've tried to carry on, but obviously...
Yeah, he's just gone over on his knee and stuff, and you know, unfortunately, I mean, if something can go wrong at the minute, it can. You know, I'm actually scared to get out of bed. I'd rather take the injury than anyone, but you know, what else can we go through? You know,
well, I mean, Harry Armstead again acquitted himself perfectly well, but you've got this conundrum now of if he gets to a certain number of games, he's classed as a senior keeper, and you can then get somebody else in.
Well, we can't. We've got one goalkeeper at the minute, so I think we're allowed to bring in an emergency and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like we've only got, you know, you can't only have one keeper in your squad. So it's the way it is at the minute. So look, we'll see what happens over the next couple of days, and then we go from there.
Shea and then see what to do.
Yeah.
Alex Palmer, a possibility.
Well, I have no idea. I mean, yeah. Well, look, we've a number of people on the list, but we've got one. The club's got to allow them to come to us, and so on and so forth. But look, it's tough.
And on your Dinmer?
Look, he was just a precaution. His groin was stiffening up, so we can't afford to lose anyone. So now, you know, we're not making tactical substitutions for game changers. They're not called subs anymore. They're called plasters, because we're literally just plugging wounds.
But a few days grace and wrap everyone in cotton wool and then go for Blackpool again.
Well, it's relentless, isn't it? It's relentless. And that's why we probably needed a bit of help from the EFL, if I'm honest, in terms of the 5 subs, in terms of stuff. This is the most brutal league in the world. It really, really is. With technique, with athleticism, with relentlessness of games, with travel, with absolutely everything. And some people who sit in offices have got no idea what it takes to prepare a player and to do and the thing. And that's why, and it sometimes it waters down, because, you know, it does. It's robbed us of a number of individuals because we haven't been able to make those changes. And you know, they send emails out that you've, now to keep the fairness in the competition, you've got to play your strongest side and you can't rest because it's got to be the integrity of the thing. Well, help us out and we will. But I think it's been naive. I really do.